Woo! The animal seeks freedom. Now, today's topic will be how hard work doesn't equal money. Let's name a few professions, for example, construction workers, janitors, truck drivers. These we can all agree on are really hard jobs. And you can see that how these jobs, hard workers, hard working people, doesn't automatically equal to a lot of money. And there's a few reasons for that. And if you grew up like me in like the middle class or even lower middle class or even poor, people love to judge and give you advice on how you should live your life. And most of it is absolutely nonsense, because if it would be true, they wouldn't be in the position they are. And I'm not trying to put anybody down here. I have a lot of respect for these people, for our parents or the people who are trying to give us advice, but if their advice would be useful in this case, they would be rich or wealthy themselves. And one of the reasons for this is today even a white collar worker works a lot. You can see it in corporate, is perfect example for it, how people, they work like hours which are ridiculous, insane, and they don't even get a lot from it. It's just status and feeling important in that building company. And at the end of the day, it's like you work to pay your bills, because it feels like it's impossible to save any money, or even, like I said before, it feels like you go to work to pay your bills. Now, another argument is that sometimes you have to get lucky, and to get lucky you have to work every day. Maybe one day you will meet one certain person that can help you out financially, or even give you advice, or you can become partners, and it can truly change your perspective on a lot of things. For example, I met somebody who, when was it? I'm trying to remember. I think it was 2-3 years ago, and this person completely changed the way I think how success and how successful people operate. Because I don't know from where I got it. I would say most likely movies, and maybe you are like me and you get this narrative how to be successful you have to do everything alone. You have to be like a one-man army, like Rambo, rushing through alone, and it's unreal. It doesn't work like that, because most people, they work in teams, and in teams with a lot of competent people. And while you can be good in certain aspects, you lack in others, because you cannot be 100% the best in everything you do. You can try your best, which is already better than the average person, but still there's people who are like, you are here better than the average, but they are operating here. So your goal is also to find people and cooperate with them. And a lot of times to meet these people, you have to be competent as well, because otherwise you don't really give them any value, and it can be value or competence in a lot different aspects. For example, you meet a billionaire or a multi-millionaire, and you see that you, by being with them, you keep them company and you're funny, or you have great conversation skills. It's a competence. You are entertaining them. And one more thing is how meeting certain people and hanging around with certain kind of people can push you upwards or downwards. For example, I grew up as an immigrant, and I never thought and I never truly did adapt to the country I grew up, which was Luxembourg, in the sense of I always thought and still think that I'm different than the person who thinks like that, and by that I just locked myself in the room and I started just playing video games, by coping by being alone. And I saw how damaging it was just later down the line, by not meeting anybody, not wanting to go out, just trying to be on my own and living on my own bubble, which at the end of the day, we are social creatures. We need it, and even to expand our mind, our ideas. And I deprived myself from very young age. And that's also something I want you absolutely to avoid, to not cope by having bad habits. And one more thing is, you have to work hard but also work smart. What do I mean by that? That, like I said before, it feels like everybody these days, everybody you're trying to compete with or which is serious about their craft, is already working hard, but that doesn't mean that everybody will be successful. Then there would be no janitors, construction workers, so forth and so on. I'm not saying that there's not people who can make a lot of money in that industry, but it's way harder to work at these jobs than certain other areas. And one more thing is the industry you choose in, to be knowledgeable and spend months, years to get skills to be in that industry. For example, now AI is taking over. I'm sure people who studied back then AI technology, or in university they had an AI degree, they were smart because they were investing, projecting to the future, while some other degrees are absolutely worthless, and now they can't even find jobs, or they can but not in their area because it doesn't exist, or it's not up to date anymore. And that's it for today. And also one more thing, I created 2 programs. I will link them down in the description below, and you can choose which one you want. And one is for free and one is paid. And it's about how to start and how to keep your self-improvement journey. And also one more thing, I have a question. Do you guys want me to create a community or not, where we can have like-minded people in one group together and where we can improve together and discuss about certain topics, so forth and so on? And make sure to like and subscribe. And that's it for me today. Kiss you.